Hello everyone, this is Jeremy with Fieldnotes. Today I'm going to talk to you about our CRM. So you can go to our homepage and you can find the login button, or you can go straight to app.fieldnotesAi and log in with your credentials there. When you log in, you're going to get to your dashboard. Here we've got two different dashboards. If you are lead generation and lead management clients, you'll see this is the kind of dashboard you have available. For other customers that don't have access to lead management, you can see customer engagement. So here in the lead management, you'll get the handoff value, you'll get your handoff, you'll get a list of handoffs, plus you'll be able to see who's responding to what communications, and you can see here with how many leads have been added. Below, you're going to see details about replies, if anybody has updated a contact, if a customer opened up an email that you sent them, if they received a text and replied, all of those activities you'll see listed here below, and you can filter by these options. So next, let's talk about contacts. Here, you'll find all your contacts. Now, with all your contacts, you can do many different things. You can filter by all of the columns and categories that we have. You can select columns so that they're at your view, and you can see what fields are missing and what fields are not. If you press here, you'll see that you have access to the action plan button. So by pressing this will pull up your action plans. These are your folders. Now you can search by folders, or you can definitely just search the name of the action plan to get to it quickly. And now you can start it off on these two individuals if you chose. Another option is bulk email and text messaging. So press this, you'll get access to emails, bulk, text messages. Essentially, you just pick which one you want to do and you can compose the message. Here is upload contact. So if you wanted to upload a list of contacts, you can do that here. Essentially, go ahead and press the button. This will take you to the page where you can now upload your data. Now, if you wanted to download your data, this is the button to do so. This little down arrow over the drive will give you two options. To download your data with only the visible columns that you have selected at the moment, or you can download it with all of the columns, and that way you have everything. This other option, these three dots, allows you to add given contacts to your leads or remove them from your leads. And it allows you to print mailing labels if you chose for these contacts. The next button is the trash can. Now here you can check however many customers that you need, and you can delete them all in one motion. Next to that is the pencil. Here is for editing. You can press this, and now you can mass edit those two contacts by simply just entering in the information that you want to apply, or if you go to a multi-select, you'll see that you have other different options in which you'll be able to select only, add the selected, or remove the selected. So be careful which one you select and what option you use, because this will do it for everybody. Down here at the bottom to confirm, and it's going to basically tell you that it'll take a couple of minutes to do your action. This plus button is to add a contact. So here, if you need to enter in somebody one by one, this would be the place to do it. You can press here, that'll take you to these pieces of information. So if you had the reason to just go to the categories and set the categories, of course, you could just jump ahead and apply the information that you need. Don't forget to save. That will say, make sure that the contact is in your CRM. And this button down here at the bottom allows you to edit all the given fields if you wish. I wouldn't necessarily recommend these. However, if you wanted to change other parts of these categories into different categories based on whatever reason that you need to capture information, this is where you would do that. Essentially, you could delete, type with what you want, and confirm it here, and then it'll be saved. So let me close here. Now, another thing that you'll have access to in this page are views. So, all contacts view. This is a view that I created because I wanted to have these columns, and I always wanted to have these columns visible regardless of where all my contacts might be at the moment. And so I created the saved view so that I can quickly access and have the columns that I need to have and that I work on a daily basis. All right, so now let's talk about the business tracker and transactions. All transactions is going to be a list of all the transactions that you have saved to the contacts. Here, you'll be able to review any of the details that you have saved regarding the contracts, whether if it's dates and notes and addresses and square footages of the home. All of those details can be applied here on top of sales pipeline stages, in which if you needed to move it along specific stages as you could. And so here you'll be able to search and filter and create your own columns similar to all contacts. The business tracker is going to give you a breakdown of all of these given transactions. It'll show you closed contracts. It'll show you people under contracts. And there's other stages that you can also apply it to. But here is going to be a breakdown of all of those stats. The calendar view is where any appointments or any to-dos that you set up for customers will be visible. So to-dos are simply list of to-dos that you can set up for a contact. It has no time restraints or date. Essentially, it can be a step or a to-do for a customer and have no date or time connected to it. Simply, you can give it different priorities and you can check when it's been completed or not. Now here under filters allows you to filter different appointments, emails, text messages, or all. So if you wanted to look at all appointments, emails, and text messages, you could. If you wanted to see what's been completed, you could check what's been completed. You can hit apply and it'll show you the details. Or you look at things that have been overdue. If you wanted to search by action plan, you could do that as well. Also, if you had a team of people, you could see things by owners. Now we can go and talk about the action plans. So this Thunderbolt will take you to action plans. It'll also take you to responses, touch points, and message templates. So let's talk about action plans. If you're not familiar with action plans, those are drip campaigns in which you can set up and you can build them in many different ways for many different reasons. If you don't have any ideas in which you could use them, I highly suggest going to our import action plan library and seeing what we've done. Also, we have a couple here available. Upon logging in, you'll have just a couple of options that we've preloaded. However, you can go in and edit these and make them your own as you wish. So here you can create folders, you can select your folders, you can give them specific tags if you wish, and you can search by these tags or sort. Now, this is where you have your action plans. This is your default. This is where you can add a new action plan and create one. So here you can name it, give it a description, give it specific characteristics, add any tags, and of course you can save this and you can have a new action plan in which you can go into and set up your own personal drip campaigns. The other option here under the Thunderbolt is responses. Responses is where you'll find all your communications. Now you'll find it for the current week and all of these options. You can have it show descending or ascending, and you can show received, open, sent messages. And you can also search the type, which is whether if it's an email or a text message. Here, once you essentially select something, let's go to all, and here I've got 2 messages. If I wish, I can toggle this little button. It'll break it into different sections. If you have different contacts, it'll show each contact individually, and so you can break it by contact or conversation. Another option under the Thunderbolt is your touch points. If you're not familiar with touch points is a place in which, through your relationship status and the categories that you've associated to the contact, you can create frequencies in which the system will calculate X amount of days in which you've set and predisposed for the system to follow up with that contact. Every Monday, you're going to get a list of these contacts in the morning, and you'll be able to find these lists here, and that'll allow you to go in and follow up with those people. You can send them text messages, you can send them emails, you can call them physically, you can save any notes that you need to save to the account. You'll be able to do here. Under reports, you'll show a list of those people and what you did, whether if it was a note that you saved based off of a phone call, or if it was an email that you sent, a text message. All of those details will stay saved here, and that way you can review any past weeks in which you were following up on contacts. Now in the Thunderbolt, the last option is message templates. Message templates is a place in which you can create a library for yourself. Now here we have a library, a real estate template library with a couple of options to build some action plans for yourself. So I definitely suggest, if you have some time, stroll on by over here, take a look at what we have to offer, and utilize what you can. You can also create your own folders, and you can save your own information in your own canned responses, canned emails, canned text messages. So of course you can use those on your clients when you need. Now here is our engagement reports. These reports essentially is going to give you stats on how many new contacts you've been added to the system. Here you'll see new contacts added. So here you can track how many contacts, what month they're getting added to the system. Obviously you want to keep up with the trends and make sure that accounts, you want to make sure that contacts are being added consistently, because that's also part of the game. Plus you'll be able to see here client engagement. So this is good. So you can see that, yes, your clients are being engaged. Not only that, the prospects that you have, they're being engaged. So here, these reports are huge to your insight and how your business is going. Here down at the bottom, you'll see that we have this little gear. This is take you straight to the settings. Now here you'll be able to configure your emails. You'll be able to get a text number if you have purchased one, and you'll be able to set up your call information. Here, this is what tells you what accesses that you have, whether if it's emails and text messaging, or if you have voice calling. So if you're questioning about what you have access to here, this will show you. This is your billing history. So when you add cards and you have your invoices, all of that information will be here, and you'll be able to manage it in one place. Here are your signatures, your social links, and your reviews. These can be set up and used for emails, and they can be used for text messages. You can build your signature to have social links and review links all in one, or you can break them up and you can have them separate. You can also utilize these in emails and text messages with special tags. Be sure to keep that in mind. Your connections. Here under integrations, you'll see that we have connections to Zapier, Realtor.com, Zillow, Facebook, allow you to create a contact form for your website, and we even connect to Follow Up Boss. Lead assignment. So if you are lead generation and lead management, here you'll be able to assign your leads to a given person. Plus, you'll be able to, if you have AI qualified leads, you'll be able to dictate who is in the rotation to get those phone calls. If it's going to be round robin or if it's going to be a straight broadcast amongst your team, here you'll be able to manage all of those settings. Down here, this is a to touch points as well. So if you needed to set up the configurations to know how many, so first you would enable the touch points, and here you can put in a given number of how many people you would like to see in a week to follow up with, and you can set up the touch points velocity as well. These are your relationship statuses, and by these categories you can basically set up how many of the contacts you want to be following up from your contact list. Also, here's another button to your templates. Here you can manage your team and give admin level features to your users. Here you can set up notification settings. If you have our app installed, please set up notifications. You can have it bell notifications, which will be right here when you're logged into the browser, or email. Right here, you'll be able to toggle this over, and mobile. So if you download our app, it'll alert you on your phone. You also get bell notifications and emails, and it gives you 3 different settings in which you can get updated and notified on situations going on in your account. If you needed to download reports, here we have this button as well. So if you would like to allow your team members to download reports, this is where you're going to allow them to. And your profile settings, you can access it through your settings, or you can access it through here up at the top where you see welcome in your name. This will take you straight to your details where it has your full name, your phone number, email address. Here you can sign up to your daily activity reminders. It's an email you'll get at 6 a.m. in the morning every day, and it'll communicate to you your week's worth of appointments, to-dos, anything you have set up in those regards. It's going to show it to you in a morning email so that you can stay on top of all of your business. Oh, one last thing. One thing I wanted to show you is our chat support button. Here, simply press this support button. It'll open another standalone window with our chat window. And here you'll be able to reach out to us, support, and you'd like to get in touch with us. You can hit this support icon. It'll take you to our chat. Please enter your name, email, and your message. Know that you can take screenshots and you can share those through here so that we can obviously help you and support you the best. All right, so I hope this walkthrough has been helpful. If you have any questions, please reach out to us at support@fieldnotes.ai.